Middle school boys versus girls. Are boys stronger than girls? Off the video. This has to be, it's something about middle school kids talking about like feminist debates or something that just has me dying laughing. Pre-Sigma males, I don't know, I guess we'll see. I feel like even now, look, I'm predicting this before watching the video, there's gonna be kids here scared to talk about anything at all. Like, they're gonna be scared. Let me see if my assessment's right about this.
Experiment. The middle ground is a social experiment that brings humans with opposing beliefs together. Please see the humanity in each participant, and as always, we encourage empathy.
Content warning, this video contains discussion of sensitive topics that may be upsetting to some viewers.
I am happy now in my teen years, but then what are my adult years going to be like? So I'm neutral about the future. Hit me with it. I got it. Hit me with it.
See, hold on, let's rewind it real quick.
I am happy now in my teen years, but then what are my adult years going to be like? So I'm neutral about the future. Hit me with it. I got it. Hit me with it.
You see how like she's so excited about the future? Oh, poor one. Poor young one. You were going to regret that. She's about to regret that. She's so excited, I feel bad.
Step forward if you agree with the prompt.
Let's go.
Boys are stronger than girls.
All right, y'all, it's time for me to get canceled. Let me say my opinions on this. Wait, what do they mean by strong, though? This is a crazy vague question. Okay, let me keep it TOS friendly, okay? Let me get a PR response ready real quick. Okay, I had to think of a response. I'm getting my PR response ready. If we were talking about physically stronger, everybody just saying yes in the chat. If we were talking about physically stronger, on average, typically, it is boys. That doesn't mean there are girls. Why are y'all saying canceled already? I'm giving my PR response, relax. That doesn't mean there's girls out there that can't beat, that I might can get fucking beat up. I work out, I can get fucking beat up. That doesn't mean that. Now, if we're talking about, let's say mentally, I'm honestly about to say like 90% women, that's about like a 90%. What else is there? I mean, that's pretty much it, right? Physically and mentally. Girls are stronger mentally, yeah, on average, but I mean, yeah. Is that a good PR response? Hold up, is that a good PR response? Yeah, I'm really good with this shit. Oh my god. I'm so good with this. That's an amazing PR response. Mid-PR. Yo, the fact that they all stayed back. You know for a fact they want to walk up. I'm gonna be honest, you know for a fact they want to walk up.
Well, physically, like, for the most part, and gender roles...
I think I called it, bro. I think they're just scared. I think they're actually just scared. Hey there, Tommy NFG here. Just a little reminder to make sure to subscribe because only about 30% of you guys watching this are actually subscribed. Also tune into the Twitch streams every once in a while. You know, we have a lot of fun there. There's a lot of fun that goes on there. So, I'm ending it right here. Let's get back to the video. Middle school boys, bro. Y'all know how f***ing toxic middle school boys are? These are the same kids you be seeing in the COD chats. It's like, no, they're doing this because of the camera. Guarantee it.
Stuff like that. Boys are just supposed to be strong, or that's just a thing that happens. They work out at the gym, and yeah, girls certainly can work out too if they want. They work out at the gym.
Do y'all see this girl's face? She's about to rip him to shreds. She heard him say, supposed to. I mean, they're supposed to be stronger. Look at her face. All of their faces. Look at her face. Look at it. Oh my god, this is hilarious. And this girl is like... Prowler meme? No, they really got like the Prowler face.
Can work out too if they want. But again, it's more common for boys.
Okay, okay.
Can I disagree or step forward?
Who's one to say what gender, depends, who's stronger? It doesn't matter what gender you are. It matters who you are. It doesn't matter what you were born. It matters what you want to be.
You could be referring to strength in so many ways, like physically, emotionally, where the strength in your body is.
That's what I said. She's kind of right. Like, this really could be anything, physically, mentally. If they said physically, I don't know. I want to see their responses. If they said physically, if like only that kid still walked up,
I'd be
then I'd be like, all right,
why
come
you
on.
look
placed, like it all just depends, and there's just so many factors that go into it.
I play volleyball, and sometimes we play the boys teams, and we we've crushed them a couple times, and it feels so good, So I wouldn't necessarily, I don't agree with it.
I think getting rid of like these preconceived notions that like boys go to gyms, girls like stay at home. Like one of my best friends is a girl, and like
What do you mean getting rid of it, bro? That's like been out the window for like 20 years. Nobody thinks about that. This is like an actual social. I mean, to be fair, he's a kid, I guess. What am I doing? I'm going in on an actual fucking kid. I'm such a bad person. Nobody thinks like that.
stronger than half the guys I know.
Other than, I guess,
My
Andrew
name's
Tate
Colby.
fans.
I'm in 8th
Stands
grade,
or
and
some
I'm a
shit.
middle school boy. I do have like guy friends, but like when I would ask them questions or like when I would try to talk about emotion, it was almost like shut down. And I feel like I just have like deeper connections with like women
So
around me
zesty.
than a lot of the men that I do.
I am.
He's kind of. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Nah, y'all hating.
Connections with like
He's
women.
kind of right about that, because right now, all of the guys in chat right now, how many of y'all think you could realistically go up to your even your close friends and actually tell them something emotionally? I guarantee 99% of guys just simply can't do it. And that's something women absolutely win at. Like, women talk about everything with their friends. Anything. No, like, look at the whole chat. All of y'all are saying no. All of y'all, like, that's fucking crazy. I think that's something, like, men really have to work on. Like, that's legit actually a problem. That's why a lot of times, bro, it's literally, oh my god, it's literally a thing in dating. Where, like, a dude will go on a date and spill out his whole entire heart, his whole entire life, because he can't tell his friends. He's scared to tell his friends. He only thinks he could talk to a woman because he knows that she could handle that. Like, she could actually think the thoughts through and understand it. It's crazy.
And around me than a lot of the men that I do.
I am old enough to date.
If you were in middle school, any middle school relation, I don't know anybody that has had a relationship last through middle school. That's not a real relationship. I'm so glad I was like a terrible, ugly ass looking good. Like, I was never, because I could not handle that dumb. My god, I was looking back, like, I just cringe at myself. I could never do that.
Obviously more of like figuring yourself out comes in later years, but I feel like these relationships really shape how you feel about relationships in the future, and it's important to have them.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that it begins to become different when you get into like the sexual aspects of a relationship and dating. I think that this age...
I mean, nowadays, bro, kids don't be caring, bro. I knew kids that were legit. As soon as they got into fucking immediately into middle school, they lost their shit immediately. Just like that.
Yeah, enough about yourself as a
something.
person at this age to give consent correctly and to understand like this is a powerful moment. And I think that like at age 12, it can be kind of hard to grasp that.
You guys can date. I'm me, you're not me, so I personally would never date, but you guys do your thing. It's like, it's your jazz, not mine.
Do your thing. You guys do your thing. Me? I'm not gonna do my thing. I don't know why. I can already tell she's gonna be the most annoying person this entire video. I can already tell. I'm sorry. Am I bullying a kid? That's mean.
So,
I think there's just a lot
think
more
she's
to
the main
life
character?
before you have to slow down. Like, I want to ride my bike in the middle of the street and then binge eat popsicles and watch my favorite TV show.
Why are you giving her the side eye? Like, I love this kid. Hold up. I love this
in the middle of
kid.
the street and then binge eat popsicles and
Why are you giving her the side eye like that? Oh my god. This kid is hilarious. This is my favorite.
watch my favorite TV show before I have to slow down, which I have 7 more years before I'm officially an adult. So I think I want to experience life before I stop.
Yeah, it's
all
really
that.
wild to think like how much you advance. 7 years. So how old is she? I mean, she's 11, right? Yeah, she's like 11. It's crazy how much you advance. Because 7 years is not long in any type of lifespan, but like, it's wild.
Dating, it's like we're going through so much physiological change. Our mental
13
state is
when you turn 18.
just so fragile and like insane at this age that like dating to me, like the risk just outweighs the reward, and like Gen Z's, all of our experiences are getting moved up by like 5 years. I think I can hold out like a few more years. Like, I don't think I need to like rush anything.
And then I think at this age, we're more
Yo, okay. Why are these kids so mature? I swear, this is not like the average middle school kids I ever see. There is no way. They must have, either they picked a different pack. These kids are scared to say some shit that can get them canceled on Twitter and make them lose a college scholarship in the future. It's like, what is going on, bro? In middle school shit, I was a dumbass kid playing Roblox Pizza Place. Playing like what?
Prone to, you know,
Playing
like
actors?
getting upset over a smaller thing than what we would be when we're older. And then I also think if like, you know, someone at our age is gonna date, it should be something, you know, light and fun, you know, not anything serious.
I feel like dating is more like emotionally focused at our age, and then being like sexually active while dating is like a whole other topic.
Well, like both people should be present and aware and almost like constantly aware of how they're feeling with one another in order for it to be a safe, healthy relationship.
Well, I mean, either way, if you were to date, like, even in
I'm sorry. It's just the kid talking, bro. It's the way this kid came in. It's Gordon. His name is Gordon. I'm sorry, bro. It's the way he just came into the conversation.
in the middle of, like, for example, middle school, most of the time it wouldn't work out. So there's no reason to like purposely like do everything.
It's not wrong,
you can
actually.
to
It's not
uphold
wrong.
it. Either way, you know it's not really gonna work. It's just a good experience to start yourself and prepare for the future. Hi, I'm Gordon. I'm in 6th grade. And I'm
Yo, on God, stamp me right now. This is the next Mark Zuckerberg. This is mini Mark Zuckerberg. That's who it reminds me of. Mini Mark Zuckerberg. This man's gonna own like some type of technology tycoon in the future or something like that. Just look at the way he's sitting with his hands on his lap like that. What?
middle school boy.
6th
My
grade?
favorite
Did he
thing
say 6th
about-
grade?
I'm Gordon. I'm in 6th grade and I'm a middle school
Oh my
boy.
God.
My favorite thing about middle school is probably just the fact that it's not too young to be considered like, you know, a basic school, but it's also not too high up, so you have too many responsibilities at once, like student loans. So yeah, it's very simple and straightforward.
Wait. He was kind of spinning right there. It's kind of I mean, you're still a kid in middle school. You're still a kid in high school. Even after that in college, you're still considered a kid. Like, you're not fully a grown-ass adult. But it's like, he was kind of spin there. Hold up.
I understand what a woman's period is.
No. Isn't it like something about blood, right? I'm joking, obviously. I'm joking, okay? I'm joking. A little. Because the thing is, okay, there's a thing about understanding what a period is and, like, understand. Because there's a lot of things that go into a period, right? Like, there's, like, the cycle, like, there's if I'm not wrong, I'm trying to remember everything that I know. Because this literally isn't something, I only learned it until I was actually out of high school. Like, that's only what I learned. It's something about, like, there's different cycles and stuff that can offset and onset stuff. It's a lot of different things, but a lot of times I feel like it's like you're gonna know this if you're a girl. It's not like you don't really have to be a guy and know this, unless I guess if you're dating somebody, then it would be like you want to try to help them or something. Then I don't know. I'm just chatting. Let's keep going. From experience, unfortunately.
Well, it's like a hormone reaction that causes blood to come out of you know where. That's essentially it.
You know where? Yeah, we know where, Gordon. We all know where.
Yeah, it's not very comfortable.
It's like once you start it, they say it's supposed to be irregular for the first 2 years, and mine is like one time I didn't have it for 10 months, and then I got it and it was for 13 days.
Same, but mine is for like.
Okay, I'm no expert on the subject, but from what I learned, that doesn't make any sense.
Like 4 months.
Oh my God. I think it's great that all of you guys know what it is, but I have countless amount of guy friends that they just don't understand what it is. They think, oh, you bleed for like 10 seconds a day, right? And I'm like, no, that's not what happens.
Same.
Yeah.
So annoying.
And I feel like my school.
So annoying. See, I knew she was gonna piss me off. Shut up. All right, let me not call her. That's like a 13-year-old girl. I mean, bro, it's like, what do you suspect? It's not like a guy. It's not happening to them, so of course I'm not actually going to know them unless they have, like, I guess a sister or something that teaches them about it. It's like, bro, women don't know about our cramps. It's like they don't even know what a cramp is, okay? What are we talking about right here?
Well, especially with the pandemic, like we skipped our health unit in 5th grade because of COVID, and it's just our teachers, when we went through sex ed this year, my teacher didn't teach it really.
Speaking of sex ed, there are
You
no
get
government
cramps?
regulations
You're not a
for
real
what
man.
sex ed can be. And you have these people in other places where their only sex ed is like, don't have sex until marriage, or else you'll get an STD and
I'm glad
What? What was that? What was this?
an STD and
What you gonna do? What does he mean this? You're gonna chop your head off? Death? You die? People don't die from STDs. You don't die unless if it's really, really bad. You don't die from an STD. Oh my god. This is so funny.
I'm glad everyone knows because it's such an important thing in a woman's life. And I think if it's not taught, then nobody's learning.
yeah, right.
I don't like how my body looks.
I think they're all gonna walk up. Never mind.
With me, it is about like my weight and how I show up in the world. It's not something I talk to like anyone except for my parents about. It's like it's always a nagging thing, always in the back of my head. Every time I look in a mirror, every time I talk to someone with a body that I like envy, and I can't really go to any of my male friends about it because they're just like, stop being so sensitive. You look fine. And it's like, but I don't think that.
I suffered a lot last year.
I mean, it'd be like that for a lot of people. I think a lot of dudes, it's crazy what social media has done to people's brains. Because I've seen so many dudes. Like, I literally have a friend. And after that, he sat there one day and said, man, I'm so ugly, bro. I'm telling you. When I tell you, bro, this thing's not fucking ugly. Like, so many dudes just think they're ugly. And women too, obviously. It's because of social media. I'm telling you.
I counted calories all the time. I still do it sometimes when my
just
anxiety
built
gets
bigger.
worse.
I don't even think he fat.
And then, 7th grade hit, and my closest friend developed an eating disorder, and we have a very similar body structure. Like, I know that weight is distributed differently, but it just doesn't register well in my head. Because then I'm like, well, if you think you're fat, then what am I? This has been a big source of part of my mental health issues. I mean, I still don't know how to deal with it because I'm still trying to figure myself out. Hi, my name is Natalie. I'm in 7th grade and I'm a middle school girl.
Just puppy fat?
I have friends who I know they don't pressure me into it, but it's just like when they go out wearing like these like Lululemon crop tops, I don't feel like I don't want to wear that kind of stuff. It definitely.
Honestly, and good for her. No. Oh my god, let's really talk about it. Bro, when I tell y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all what I've seen. So my cousin in middle school, right? She was just scrolling on her IG, right? With all her other middle school friends who were popping up. When I tell you, these girls were wearing crop tops like close up, shorts, like crazy shorts, booty pants, all of that on their IGs just posted around. Up angles, like, y'all know what I'm talking about, up angles. It's actually so wild. No, it's just so wild. It's like no parenting is going on or something like that. I swear, if I ever saw my daughter in middle school doing that, I am confiscating that phone for a full fucking like 5 years.
It feeds into my body image issues.
I think it doesn't really matter about like
Trying to pull the
the
seniors.
looks. I think it really matters about like personality. Yeah.
Like, I used to have really bad.
Wait, what'd he say? What?
About like personality. Yeah.
Like, I used to have really bad body dysmorphia.
Kid, you're not
and it's
real.
really hard, especially playing volleyball, seeing everyone like those small little shorts and then being like, oh, those legs look really nice. Like, oh, I really want to look like that. But then, it's been hard, but I've just grown to realize that, like, I'm who I am and I look like this and, they look like that and great,
I know for a lot of guys, like my age, like they're always working out and stuff. And for a while, I almost did that. Like, I would like go to the gym every day and stuff like that. But then like kind of noticed I would be tired. I would have like more extreme mood swings. Like I was just like a less enjoyable person to be around. I think we don't talk about like,
That's you becoming a man, goddammit. That's you becoming a man.
how like
That's kind of the point of the gym, though. I mean, okay, mood swings is crazy. I don't know about mood swings, but I mean, I don't know. You're supposed to feel pain after the gym when you lift weights.
and view themselves and like their bodies as much.
Personally, myself, I've never even thought about this. I just never really thought about how I looked. I had a pretty okay metabolism, and yeah, that's pretty much what carried me, and now we're here.
I think it's just like, yeah, my
And I feel like some of these kids like may be lying about it. I truly believe that little Gordon over here like actually believes that. Like, man, I really don't care, to be honest. I'm just good. I have a great metabolism, and I just kind of try to keep myself good.
He's here, cool. Like, I can run with it, I can swim with it. It wasn't with my body as much as it was with hair, because my hair obviously looked different from your hair. So when I was younger, I straightened my hair once, and everyone had straight hair, and I was just like, I want straight hair. I want to look like her. She has pretty hair. My hair is all fluffy and dry. Hers is nice and straight and pretty, so it was just like that feeling of like having.
Yeah, me personally, bro, I never gave a about hair. Bro, even when all my friends were getting twisted dreads, I always had a fro. I always had the fro. And if was not gonna rock with the fro, I really didn't care. It just is what it is. I promise y'all I could show you old photos. I promise y'all I did not care. I mean, maybe it's different. She wanted straight hair, so she probably thought it was like some racial aspect. She wanted to look like, have like a white girl hair or something.
Like everybody else.
I didn't care.
I think I've found the confidence now.
You know, when I was in 2nd and 3rd grade, all the girls had straight hair, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I want that straight hair. And then all of those girls were like, Suhaila, I love your hair, you know, your hair is gorgeous. And I was like, really? And then I was just, you know, like I started to actually appreciate my hair. It's a part of like who I am, and that's a beautiful part of who I am. And your hair is gorgeous, by the way.
You have really great hair.
I feel like I understand my sexual orientation.
No, if anybody says they do, absolutely not. What? Are you kidding me? But I guarantee one of them is gonna walk up. People don't even be understanding what they want, even in adulthood. Oh.
Well, I mean, there's not really any room to it. It's just you're straight or you're not, in which case, if you're not, it becomes complicated. But if you're straight, it's pretty obvious.
I mean, you're either straight or not. I mean, you know, it ain't that really complicated. Just figure it the out. Is it really that serious? Is it really that? You guys be doing too much with it, man. I mean, just figure it ain't that complicated. Either you are or you're not. Just make a decision already, goddammit. Huh. Oh my god, this is so funny.
Fair. I'm gay and asexual. Putting labels on things helps me. So yeah, that's how I identify at this point, and I am very confident in that. And I mean, depending on where I am, I'll be more out or less out. I have to hide who I am because I'm in fear for my safety. I figured out I was asexual.
I mean, you kind of just revealed it on a YouTube video that, you know, millions of people watch, but I guess.
Sexual a little later, just because.
I mean, I guess. I mean, the thing is, bro, okay, about it, like, it's just, like, such a touchy subject. These kids so... It's like, a lot of people do know, and, like, when they think, like, oh, whatever, this, and that, sure, there's probably is a lot of people, but about, like, I would say 60 to 70% of them either change their minds or they figure out what they want in the future, so, I don't know.
Sexual attraction becomes something that people increasingly begin to have. I never had them. That's how I identify at this point in time.
How you hiding it? You just said in a video that millions of people
see. Obviously, like a fluctuating spectrum. Hi, I'm Owen. I'm in 8th grade, and I'm a middle school boy. Coming out in my school, it was definitely an experience. I received tremendous support from the small but strong LGBTQ+ community within my school. It made me feel amazing about who I was and that I was able to meet people who were like me. But it still was a little isolating. It made it hard to relate to some of my male peers.
Bro, coming out in middle school has to be the worst shit to ever happen. You know how brutal middle school boys are? Holy, like, genuinely, I'm being so serious. How did he even do that? I'm actually very surprised.
I've never kissed anybody. And it's like, I've really never had an attraction to anybody, so how would I know if I'm gay?
I'm sorry, it's just something about her that just pisses me off.
Straight or bi. I just don't know yet.
To me,
I know
it's
bro
not
got
that
called
big
a
of
slur.
factor. Like, I think everyone has a personal journey of like self-discovery, and for me, like if I am gay, bi, or anything like that, like I can just see like how I react to that. But I think right now, like I'm not anything.
This one is definitely coming out after high school, guarantee it.
Like I'm just like neutral.
Yeah, I feel like what you said earlier about it being like super simple, but between like whether or not you're straight or you're just anything else.
For anything else, that could take a whole lot longer. Yeah, I could totally see that.
I feel like it's even hard to sometimes know if you're straight. Like there's just like this like time where you just, I feel like middle school and high school is mostly that time where you just don't know where you are, and most people find it in college. So it's just like,
She's kinda not wrong.
personally have
She's
not
not
defined
wrong.
myself because I don't know myself.
We have a leadership class that likes going through LGBTQ stuff right now. And I'm thinking you can't really know if you're gonna be like
Wait, a leadership class that goes through, you know, I'm just gonna let it play. I don't know. I'm not gonna say
bi, gay, straight. Doesn't really matter. You don't know.
I'm
until
straight.
you get,
I'm
like,
straight shit for
that's
sure.
just really my opinion.
I disagree with the stipulation that you have to be older to understand. I'm saying everyone, again.
Of course you fucking disagree. You're 13. You don't know anything about the world. You can't even rent a hotel room. You can't do anything. You don't even have a permit. Permit. Yeah, you don't even have a permit.
Has their own personal journey. I can look back and see moments where I was attracted to men when I was like in kindergarten. So I think that it really depends.
I don't know about that one. I mean, in kindergarten, I wasn't even thinking about. I was just like playing with Transformer toys. I didn't even know what it looked like down there for women.
And I think that it really becomes this thing of like how we as a society look at sexuality.
I've been harassed online.
Everybody's gonna go for this one. Or not, I guess.
It was because of my race. I'm like originally from like a really white area in the South, and I was like the only black person.
I could tell. I could definitely tell he's from like an upper rich white area. I could tell
in my
by the
whole
way he
like
talks.
elementary school. Like
People think that about me. Like you live in the suburbs and you went to a full white school. No, I'm telling you, I went to a ghetto school. I don't know. People just think like that because the way I talk.
And this kid somehow like found like my Instagram or something, and just started calling me the N-word. I think I was like 8 or 9.
Yeah, buddy. Get used to that. Get used to that. Welcome. Welcome. Get used to it.
And
that's how it's gonna be now.
I think it affected me because
Average
like, I
COD
started
lobby.
like, talking less like in like my class, and I just felt like almost like alone. And like when I would try to tell like some friends I had at the time, like
just say it
they
back.
didn't really like.
That's what I did. I said it
because
back.
A lot of my friends.
Shit,
were
anybody
also,
that said
like,
anything to me, I said it back. Trust and believe, bro. Hey, there's no skeletons in my closet. I said every single thing in the book. Trust and believe, y'all.
White,
I said
and
everything.
They just thought that it was like someone playing like a prank.
I have a similar experience. I actually have a blog, and in the comment section, you know, someone called me the N-word. I've never been called it, and yeah, it's beyond what I've expected. So it just made me feel very little, and like, I don't know, just like I couldn't do
blog? Did he say a
anything.
blog? I didn't hear it.
And yeah, but cyberbullying especially, you know, it hits the same amount as like if someone was like in person telling you something. So I'm Suhaila. I'm in 8th grade and I'm a middle school girl. Sometimes I'm a little bit scared of bullies, and I've always been.
Having a
but
blog in
I'm
2023 is
learning
wild.
to stick up to bullies because I hate when people just pick on you for a reason that you can't control. Sometimes bullies are, you know, really surprised that I'm speaking up to them because they don't expect someone like me.
Okay, this is a genuine question. Is there still like bullies? The typical middle school bully you see online. Does that still exist in middle schools? Because I don't even know if in middle school I got bullied like that. No, yes, sure, everybody's saying no. I don't know. Even when I was in middle school, it's like, I mean, obviously there were some kids that would like make fun of me or whatever, do this and that. I feel like that's always gonna happen. But like going up to you and getting bullied every day, more like trolls. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah. Sometimes I think it'll more be like the popular kid, maybe on like the other kid or whatever, maybe them laughing about him in the corner, maybe something like that. But yeah,
someone who tries to be kind as much as they can, stick up to them. So I always see a surprised look on their face, but I know that I'm doing the right thing.
I never got cyberbullied.
For me, it was a different kind of online harassment. It was unsolicited pics that I did not want over Snapchat. And
that's bad.
Just like a certain person continuing to send me things.
Bro, middle school kid did that?
On things.
Middle school kid? When I first got my Instagram, like the first year, I posted some photos, and then like the first couple minutes, I already started to get harassed by this random person. It just really made me uncomfortable because I didn't know who they were, and it was like.
All right, well, listen to me, little Timmy. You gotta press the button that says block. Maybe they don't know that exists, but press the button that says block. I mean, obviously it's not a good thing. You shouldn't be made fun of, but damn, just block them. Why is he saying like, it made me so uncomfortable, so we just block them?
Really creepy.
Unless it was like 10 accounts or 50 accounts.
I can see why 5 of you have been harassed like that. That's over a half of us. That's because just you don't know who a person is. If they just don't upload a picture, don't choose a name, anything like that. The thought of being able to completely go like incognito, nobody knows who you are, so you can't get punished for anything, that gives like these disgusting people like a lot of power, and they want to abuse it. And
you don't know who Pickle Jam 3000 is. It could be your best friend, or it could be some pedophile online. You never know. And
that's the name you thought of, Pickle Jam 300. If it was a troll, his name would be like Nigga Slayer 221. I hate whatever. It's like, what type of name is that?
It's creepy. It's like,
I hate her.
With
I already
me,
hate her.
the person who did that, I actually like went to school with them. Like that was like someone I saw like every day.
These
big ass forehead
become these completely different identities as they begin to just like turn into the worst versions of themselves. They give in to their worst compulsions because they know as soon as I'm done, I'll just delete it and no one can ever know. You have no accountability.
I'm excited for the future.
Oh, no. Don't step forward. Don't step forward. Don't do it. Don't do it. No. They don't even know. They don't even have their permit. Like, they don't got nothing.
I think a lot of us hesitated there because
Dono,
I'm
exclamation point
excited
Dono.
if the future holds change. But then there are other futures that are starting to make themselves known that I am not excited about, like the Texas abortion law, the Florida Don't Say Gay bill that forbids LGBTQ+ education up to 6th grade. That's
How do you even know that? Bro, how do kids be knowing about fucking law bills and shit? I didn't know anything about politics. I still don't know anything about politics. How does this little kid know this? The hell?
Probably gonna pass. It's like, these are futures I do not want to see, but there are also futures that I am more than excited about.
I feel like Gen Z specifically, we're really, ahead of the game in social change, and I think that that's going to carry us far if we use it to the best of our capabilities. So
I'm gonna stop them right there. No matter how much Gen Z comes in and tries to change with politics, about 99% of it won't change. The average age of a politician is a solid 82 and a butt. These are prehistoric. They got what they want in lock. Like, there's nothing you could do. You're gonna have to wait like a solid extra 20 years before anything can happen.
Yeah, I feel like on another note, I'm excited for the experiences I'm gonna be able to like travel by myself, and there's just so much more I can do.
That is
but
a
at the
plus,
same time,
yeah.
It terrifies
by
me
yourself.
because there's so much I can do. And like, I have so much responsibility.
Yeah, definitely.
It's terrifying.
I just want to make it to college, honestly. I want to have the college experience. Like, that's like
Oh, not the college experience. Oh, man.
a lot of people I know, they're like, that's where I really found myself.
I'm excited for the future to see how I grow as a person because obviously I'm much younger than everyone here. So I'm just excited to see how I grow when I get to be you guys' age. I'm also looking forward to the future because I do act, so I also want to see that grow. And I do have a podcast, so I also want to see that grow. Oh,
Why does this 6th grader have a podcast? This podcast epidemic needs to stop. What are we talking about? What are you talking about in your podcast? What could you possibly be talking about of importance in the podcast? Why don't I got a podcast? This epidemic of podcast.
Oh my god.
Hi, my name is Hanani.
You know, I'm being mean. I mean, she has ambition for herself. 6th grade, I mean, I guess that's a step up compared to what I was doing in 6th grade.
I'm in 6th grade and I'm a middle school girl. The podcast is 9.5 Podcast because I made it when I was 9. And I basically talk about peer pressure on a lighter level, toxic friendships versus clean friendships, a lot of things in that matter.
Toxic friendships versus clean friendships, bro. You don't know that. You don't know that even after, like, you gotta be, that's like years down the line of even being an adult. Toxic friendships, like, what are we talking about? At 9, bro?
I am neutral about the future. Hit me with it. I got it. Hit me with it. But it's like, I am happy now in my teen years, but then what are my adult years gonna be like? So I'm neutral. Future, come at me. But I'm also happy here. So that's just how I feel.
I don't really like to think about the future because the older you get, it's thinking like the more people you could lose, and I don't really like to think that. My name is Nino, I'm in 6th grade, and I'm a middle school boy. I'm not excited to be in middle school because I'm aging and I kind of want to stay young, but
that is actually very shocking. I usually don't hear that from kids. He said he wants to stay young.
on the other hand, it's fun to go to middle school and learn about a lot of new things.
What a lot of you said, it's responsibilities, losing a loved one, being all alone. All of that combined is why I don't want to think about the future specifically. And essentially, these are the golden years of our life. Teenagers. It's perfectly balanced.
I would disagree that it's
golden years of your life. It's funny how people say that, like, your teenage years could either be the best years of your life or the worst years of your life. There's no in between. It's like either you're peaking in high school, you're either peaking in high school, you have a terrible downfall, you're either stable, I guess. You could be stable somewhat. You're either stable throughout life, right? And you either are terribly fucking loser, terrible person, no friends, and after that you, like, go up through in life. I would stable, you want to be the stable, or you want to be the person that grows, like was a loser and grows. You never want to be the person that peaks.
Perfection, because our bodies are going
Most people don't go up. I couldn't relate. I was up as I'm up as now. I couldn't relate.
Rapid change. The way you stand in the world, you change your personality, what feels like close to every month to see what, like, how you can fit in with the world, but you never seem to fit in and you always feel alone. And it's like,
yeah, welcome to life, bud. That's how life's about to be.
But I mean, if the future is going to be even worse, I guess I'd rather stay here.
I believe my friendships will last forever.
This is just absolutely no. This is absolutely not true. Are you kidding me? Dude, 99% of kids, by the time they graduate high school, they got like a solid 2 friends they can maybe call in an emergency. And one of them is probably fucking working when you call them or something. And it's like when you're an adult, it's even worse, bro. It's even worse.
I have like really close friends. We've been friends together
Best friends
like,
forever.
for a long time already. I remember.
I mean, you could. Everybody. I feel like a lot of people have at least that one friend they grew up with that they're still friends with a lot of times. Well, I have a couple, yeah, but I don't know.
One of them asked me to come to like a sleepover.
Skip
the
the annoying bitch.
Like, that was the first time I ever had any sleepover. Like those are bonds that are gonna like hold us together like forever. And I know that like a lot of people.
A sleepover, like
forever, but I feel like there are people in my life that we're always gonna be together because like that's my person right there. Like they've been through like with me like thick and thin.
And I have this one friend that I'm allowed to go to her house, and her family is really sweet to me. She's really sweet to me, so I have
Uncle Ruckus University.
Very, very long.
My current best friend, like the person that I go to for literally everything, we went through a really rough patch this year. We weren't really talking very much for a good 3 months.
Oh,
and
my God.
there was a while where
I'm imagining I'm just hearing like middle school girl drama, and that's exactly what it is. It's like, oh my God.
neither of us knew if we were ever going to be friends again because we told each other that we just kind of needed a break.
I mean, neither of us told we were gonna be friends ever again. It's like, oh my god.
And then about 2 months ago,
We don't care.
she texted me and was like, you know, I think I have taken a good amount of space and I'm ready to be like close friends again. And I was like, you know.
Good amount of space. What are we talking about? Why are they talking like they're in like they're about to have a serious breakup, like a relationship breakup? We took space from each other, and we just had to make sure, like, to get, like, what?
You know, I feel the same way, and
this is like the friendships you see in movies or something.
Better, and
like,
I honestly think we're gonna.
The friendship breakups you see in movies.
Speaking, if my friend who I've known for a really long time moved, we could still message, "Hi, how's?"
Oh no, moving. If you have a friend, oh my god, the amount of kids when they move, bro, it's like they're history at that point. They're gone. Them niggas are history.
New house or whatever, we'd still be friends because even though she's not like
That's just
right in front of my face,
no.
she's right in front of her phone and I'm right in front of my phone. So it's like we're kind of connected. Therefore, we could always technically be friends forever. I'm Olivia. I'm in 8th grade and I'm a middle school girl. Some things I love about my friendships in middle school is the connection we have. The fact that we went from elementary school to middle school is this big transition. It's like we see each other growing up. As we grow, we learn more amazing things and our bond grows so much more. It's just amazing. I love it.
Yeah, Gordon.
I remember having like
let's go, Gordon.
A bunch of
anyways, let's go, Gordon.
Friends in like preschool, kindergarten, and now it's been years and I don't know where they live. We're not even in contact anymore. Like my mom has their phone number, but we haven't been in contact, so I don't think friendships like last forever. They can, but like sometimes they're not in touch.
Yeah, see, he's being realistic, man. Nothing lasts forever in life. It's tough. I mean, he took good thing he learned it now. I wish I learned that, man. I wish I learned that at that age. Nothing lasts forever.
Right.
Yeah, and like anything can happen. Like those types of like
Facts,
annoying
Gordon.
things, like social media, things like that, can ruin friendships.
Yeah,
in
exactly,
the
Gordon.
Terrible circumstances. And I hate to be the annoying one and say, "Oh, you can die. That's not forever." But yeah, friendships can have anything happen to them. Some of them last forever. But mine personally, I don't know. I don't think they will.
Gordon using all that forehead.
That seem like they are going to last forever get more and more dysfunctional as time goes on until the people separate and never talk to each other again. I've gotten stuck in this.
And honestly, there's really nothing wrong with that. Like, you just grow out of people. That happens all the time. That's literally the most common thing ever. And that's a healthy thing, to grow out of something. If you're not growing as a person all the time and growing in things, then it's like you're just gonna stay in the same place, and that's when you end up with like a toxic friendship.
Cycle.
Because one person isn't growing, the other person is, and like they don't align together.
Losing friends, getting bullied, having everyone like gang up on me and I'm the one person that's alone, and I'm just pessimistic about it now. I don't think friendships will last forever, and I don't think that like no matter how good your friendship is, something's gonna screw it up.
And I also think it's about, you know, like taking friendships day by day. It's not about thinking about what you're gonna do in I don't know, like 10, 20 years. Like if you're still gonna be friends or maybe not. It's just about.
Yo, be honest, are you gonna be watching me in 10 years? In 10 years, I'm gonna be what, 30? 30? Don't say damn, don't say damn, don't say damn. I'm gonna be 30. Y'all gonna be watching me? Yes, for real? Really? Okay, bet. I'm gonna still be here.
Having fun with that person, not, you know, thinking about the future too much, because I feel like it's all in the moment and that's what we should be focusing on, so.
Y'all, that was, you guys are awesome. Nice work, guys.
Is that it? That is it. Interesting video, yeah. So, what did we take away from this, guys? Yeah, these kids had. I want to see, like, they should take them 10 years later and have them like look back at the video or something like that and what they look like. I really want to see that. Interesting. Yeah, there's just a lot of things that. Let me see. What was the questions? I'm old enough today. I mean, I guess you are. You can literally, kids date in elementary school, but it's not gonna last. Understand what a period is. I mean, most guys know the basics, but not the complex. Like how my body looks, as most kids. I feel like I understand my sexual orientation. That's just no, you don't know it in middle school, even in high school, you don't know it. Been harassed, like, okay. Anyways,
thanks for that money.
Let me eat that. Yeah, that's it.